You're probably watching this because you want to quit drugs or alcohol for good, which is amazing, but it's time to get honest. Would you agree with me when I say that if you could have done it alone, you probably would have done it already? And if willpower alone worked, then you probably wouldn't be watching this video. Look, just because you haven't quit yet, that doesn't mean you're weak. One of the biggest mistakes people make in sobriety is believing this: if I just try harder this time, maybe it will stick. Maybe? I want a little bit more of a guarantee than that. Most people come into recovery firmly believing in their souls that they lack discipline, that they're weak, or that they just don't want it bad enough. So I want to be clear from the very start. This belief is not only false, it's very dangerous. And it's super dangerous because it keeps people stuck in shame, and shame is the number one relapse trigger that there is. Look, we live in a society that is obsessed with willpower. Just try harder, double your efforts, grind, white knuckle, just say no. What's wrong with you? Why can't you stop? And that mindset actually works really well to maintain your sobriety when it comes to goal setting, going to the gym, eating better, community involvement, doing things you really don't want to do, but you know when you do them, they're going to lead to that lasting sobriety and your lasting happiness. But addiction doesn't live in that rational part of the brain. And when you're newly sober, your brain is not functioning like it's going to be in the future. So we got to do something different. When it comes to addiction, when we need willpower the most, when the urges hit us, that's when usually willpower is nowhere to be found. Think about it: the last time you had a craving, you probably weren't well rested, surrounded by a supportive community, at the gym, having an amazing day. If you're anything like me, the last time you had a craving, you were probably tired. You were probably stressed out, feelings of guilt or shame, in isolation. Yeah, I still like to do that. This is no coincidence. That's because willpower is a finite resource, as in we wake up with quite a bit of it, but as we go throughout the day, especially if we've had a terrible sleep or we're making lots of decisions or we're stressed out about certain things, by the end of the day, willpower is almost down to zero. That's why people are going to binge on sugar at night rather than first thing in the morning. And that's why I usually, when I relapsed, yeah, it would be at night after my energy from the day is completely gone. I've got no fight left in me. So if you're relying on willpower for your sobriety, you're relying on the thing that is guaranteed to bail on you every single day. And what happens next? Well, you hold on tighter, right? You white knuckle it. You just hold on for dear life. And eventually you can't handle it anymore because you're human and you have a slip. And I'm not judging. I've been there many times. And when that happens, the conclusion that we draw is almost always the same: I suck, I'm a loser, I'm never going to get this, I'm obviously not trying hard enough. But those conclusions are based on a lie, because you are not the problem. Your system is the problem. Let me say that again for the people in the back who didn't hear me because they're high. You are not the problem. Addiction is not a motivation problem. It's not a character flaw. It's not a lack of desire to change. It is a systems problem. You are capable. Every time you absolutely had to get high, you got your ass out there and you made it happen. Motivation is not your problem. All those people out there that you see are sober, long-term, and happy, they're not using more willpower than you. They're using less willpower than you because they've stopped relying on it, because they know how fragile it is. Long-term sobriety is built on a simple list of things that are working for you even when you feel like crap. People in the back, put down the pipe and listen to what I'm about to say. Number one, structure. Structure means that you don't have to decide what to do when your brain gets all loud, because you've already got a system in place. Number two, we've got daily routines. A reliable, consistent daily routine is absolutely key for long-term sobriety. Something that you show up and do every single day. By the way, you don't need to write all this stuff down. If you want to get the step-by-step instructions, take my 7-day sobriety challenge. It's in my free community. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can join the community by clicking the link in my bio. The third thing we have to concern ourselves with is our environment. And when I say environment, I mean anything that we take in through any of our senses. The number one factor in our environment, which actually creates the person that we are, the people we spend the most amount of time with. I always say, spend time with people who remind you of your future, not your past. And Marshall Goldsmith famously said that if you don't create and control your environment, it will create and control you. Willpower doesn't work, environment does, so design it wisely. Number 4 and 5, accountability and community. And these things go hand in hand. The more time we spend with people who have solved the problem that we are trying to solve, the better off we are. People say, Kelly, how do I get sober? There's a very simple answer to that. Do what sober people do. Learn from them, be accountable to them, show up for them, and I promise you, they will show up for you. Choose your community wisely, too, though. There are a lot of losers out there who pretend to be happy, but they're dying on the inside. If you want to join the best recovery community on the internet, check out Sobriety with Kelly. Like I said, the link is in my bio. We are goal focused, fitness focused. We keep each other accountable and we kick ass together. The people you see out there who are winning, who are sober, who are happy, these are not special people. These are determined people, but they didn't want it any more than you. They just stopped relying on willpower and white-knuckled rage to quit drugs for good. They built a system and they show up and do it every single day. My biggest identity shift since getting sober was when I quit asking myself, how do I not use today? And I started asking myself, how do I build a system and how do I build a life that I refuse to sacrifice to take that hit or that drink? That changes everything for me. I look ahead. I don't look back anymore. I don't run from the alcohol or the drugs. I run toward what I really, really want. And an amazing system is what gets me there. And for me, that's the difference between just being clean and being free. So I want the people in the back to put down the pipes again and listen to me clearly. If you've been beating yourself up about relapsing, just know that you're not weak, you're not broken, and you're not failing. You've just been trying to solve the worst possible problem with the worst possible tool, but I promise you there is a better way. Willpower doesn't work, systems do. So now that you know that, what are you going to do about it? If you want me to show you what we do, join my community. I promise you, you will not regret it. We'll see you in the next one.